Today's learning target is I can find the volume of cylinders. In today's lesson, we're going to focus on cylinders. But I just want to remind you the difference here between cylinders and cones. So when we look at cylinders, we know that cylinder has two bases, and there's circular bases, whereas a cone has one base, and it comes to a vertex, or that point there. So to find the volume of a cylinder, we're going to use the same general formula that we use to find the volume of a prism. Okay, the difference is going to be the big B here, which is going to be the base or the area of our face. Okay, so we have a circular face here. So for the big B, to find the area of a circle, remember we find pi r squared. So to find the volume of a cylinder, we're going to use pi r squared, or the big B, times the height. So let's take a look how we would find the volume of this cylinder right here. So we're going to start with our formula. Once we've written down our formula, now we can start plugging in our numbers. So we know pi is 3.14. Here I have my radius, and it's going to be 6.1, which I'm going to square, and then the height for this is going to be 12. So let's plug those numbers in. And once I get those numbers in and I solve, I get 1,402.8, and I rounded that, and that's going to be cubic feet, or feet cubed. Now if I have a problem like this, notice the only difference between this cylinder and this one is I'm given the diameter here and not the radius. So in order to solve this, I would have to figure out what the radius is, and I'm just going to take half of 11.2, or 11.4, excuse me. So once I found that the radius was 5.7 meters, then I would square it, and now I just solve this one out just like I did here. The last thing we're going to do here is to find a missing measurement if we know the volume. So here our volume is 618 cubic meters. We know that our radius is 4 meters, and we're asked to find the height. So here I wrote down my formula, and I now plugged in my numbers here, my volume, I knew my radius, and I'm looking for the height. So then I solved this through once I plugged in my numbers. So I did my 4 squared first, and then timesed it by pi, and then I got 50.24 times the height equals my volume. I divided this side to get h by itself, and I was left with 12.3. So my height is going to be 12.3, and my label would be meters.